Welcome to At Home Songwriting. I bet you came here to learn about showing and telling. So you came to the right place. Let's do it. Welcome back, songwriters. I'm Chad Shank with At Home Songwriting. This is your place to learn tips, techniques, processes, and all you need to know about writing the best songs that you can. And I'm here to help you to write songs that amaze people and really have fun with it. Because a lot of us are writing songs at home and we need this extra nudge to help us know what to do. So I welcome you to this channel and I just appreciate that you're here. So today we're going to look at showing and telling in songwriting. Many of you probably hear people say you should show and not tell, or you need to show before you tell. So what the heck does that mean? A lot of times people say it, but they don't explain it to you. Well, guess what? I'm here to explain it to you. So let's jump in. So showing and telling is really about doing a mixture of sense-based language and painting pictures, and then talking about emotions. So you have to learn how to balance the concrete with the abstract. So showing us what is happening and giving us all that detail, and then telling us the feelings or what we should find in the meaning of all of that is really what this comes down to. So in songwriting, showing is using imagery to imply emotions and situations without directly saying what the emotion is. You paint the picture for your listener so they do the math in their head and then they can see what you're trying to get across, and it's like they're pulled into the song. You're showing them what's happening. You're not telling them. So showing lives in concrete details and concrete language. And then when you come to telling, telling is directly talking to someone or telling the listener what someone is feeling, or directly saying something using more abstract or emotional language. Usually it describes ideas or emotions. Showing is really physical lines. So physical lines will describe what can be experienced through our five senses. It usually comes before the emotional or the telling lines, and it uses imagery and sense-based concrete details to put the listener into your scene. And it shows the listener what is happening so they create the scene in the theater of their mind. Telling are emotional lines. And what that means is they describe what is happening inside of the characters or what the characters are feeling. And it explains what's being felt and the emotion of the song. And also, it's the abstract ideas that can't really be experienced through the normal senses. It's something that has to be felt. And it comes after the concrete details to explain why they matter and what you should feel about them. So an example of this is if I came on this video and said, I'm angry. I'm very angry right now. I'm just angry. What would be the first question you say? You would say, why? Well, I didn't give you the showing part. I didn't show you why I'm angry yet. And if I would have came in and said, my car was broken into, the glass is all over the parking lot, they stole my iPad, all of these things, and then I'd say I'm angry, people would be like, yeah, like totally, I'd be angry too, like that's a bunch of crap. But that is what happens in your songs, is if you come in and you just sing about an emotion and saying, I'm stressed out, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm angry, your listener has nothing to hang that emotion on. So you need to show them first what is happening and then tell them about why there's emotion around it. So let's look at showing and telling in some very popular songs. So let's go right to Tease Wizzle, Taylor Swift, and look at Cardigan. So in Cardigan, these lyrics are vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on cobblestones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. So let's think that Taylor wasn't a brilliant songwriter, and let's say that she just wrote the concrete showing details, which are the concrete first two lines and also the fourth and fifth lines in this verse. So let's just read them as just the concrete details and see if it makes sense. So it would be vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on cobblestones, sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. It leaves you hanging a little bit, doesn't it? So you have to have the emotional line in there to finish it out, because if you just have concrete language, your listener doesn't know what to feel about it. It's sort of emotion neutral. But it goes the other way too, because if you just have the emotional language, it would sound like this. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Okay, cool, like I get it, but why do I care? There was no picture painted if you just use the emotional lines. So what I'm trying to show you there is it's important to balance both the concrete showing and the emotional telling to make sure that your listeners experience the song in a different way, in a deeper way. So let's talk about a trick that you can use, and then I'll tell you about a song that actually uses this trick by a very famous pop star. So this is what I call the show-tell trick, and what it is you use showing language first, and then you use telling language. You write 2 showing lines, followed by 2 telling lines. So you go show, show, tell, tell. And there's a song by Miley Cyrus, Alexandria Tamposi, Louis Bell, Majid El-Mascati, and Andrew Watman. And the song is called Give Me What I Want. And this song has 2 showing lines followed by 2 telling lines, and then 2 more showing lines followed by 2 more telling lines. So it goes, midnight and the moon is out. Careful, you might hurt yourself. Pleasure leads to pain. To me, they're both the same. Sweat dripping down to the floor. Bite marks like an animal. You might be insane, but maybe we're the same. It actually uses that trick that I told you. The tips here are really about listening to songs that you like and seeing how they balance showing and telling. And also, try to use those patterns within your own songwriting and start to think about how do you paint the picture first and then tell us about the emotion later. Hopefully this has been helpful and this can help you write some better songs. And if you really like what you're seeing and hearing, hit subscribe, hit the bell. I'll be putting up videos every Sunday and Thursday to help you write better songs. And if you want to join me live for online meetings and online workshops, there's a link in this description that is to our meetup page, and you can join for free our monthly songwriting workshops via Zoom. So thanks again for coming by to At Home Songwriting. I'm Chad Shank. We'll see you next time.